Hello ladies, I am here today with Katie and we are going to do December's winner and the end of this video, so stay tuned. And we're going to go over an unboxing, which just means we're going to go through the products that just came in the mail. Your kits are in, so if you ordered a kit, they're in, and I'm going to let Katie talk about that. And then when we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do the correct way to do measurements. And I am going to be her model today. So we're going to do the gift at the end. We're going to talk to you about the kit and what's in it and maybe some additional supplements. Remember, supplement means to add to. So we're going to start with that healthy, nutritious diet first. But if you need to fill in the gaps, we're here to help you out and figure out which products are right for you. Okay.
Here it is. It's in the big box. So, pretty exciting when you get all this stuff. Take all this out for you guys. So if you did order a kit or want to try a kit, Kim has 2 kits here. If you wanted to try just parts of the kit, she also has individual pieces as well, which we'll go into some more detail as we get there. But inside these kits, I was just showing Kim these, which are really nice. And I know it'll be hard for you guys to see them, but they came with 2 tracking sheets. And one of them is for the first week of detox. And it lays it all out super nice for you, exactly what to take, when to take it from the minute you wake up until you go to bed. So if it's something that you've never done before and you need a lot of guidance, these are really, really helpful tools. And then the second sheet is day 8 through 30. Same thing, it lays it out from the time you get up in the morning until you go to bed. What supplements, helps you also track your exercise, what type of exercise, your minutes. It's almost like a little journal, but it tells you exactly what you should be having. So it's very helpful, a little guide that comes in here. And then the 2 big canisters that are in here. So this is the Nutrition Vanilla Shake.
Yum. I
which
like that
is
with
amazing.
cherries. Tart
Yep.
cherries, great for the joints.
And then the other one here is the chocolate. So you get a little bit both in here. You might find one's more of your tasting than the other, but either one of them are really good. And you can mix and match. You can add things to them to add flavors, like Kim said. Using some cherries is a good option as well.
Peanut butter, you can add in there. You can add in bananas. You can add in extra flaxseed. You can add in spinach. You'll never taste it. It tastes amazing. You'll never taste the spinach. This is 19 grams of protein in 1 serving, everyone. And it also has some other vitamins included in that too. So you're getting more than just protein. And it's a clean protein. It is a whey protein. There's no fillers in here. Anything else you want to add to that?
These are really nice too if you put them in the blender. If you have some sort of blender or immersion blender, especially if you are using like the spinach or things like that. I know we also have a shaker bottle that you could just put these in with some ice and water or almond milk, and shake up really good if you're in a hurry, quick get out the door. But if you have time and plan ahead, you can put this stuff mixed in with other things in a blender and really make it almost like a thick, creamy milkshake type of drink.
Yeah,
so
like a smoothie.
It's really up to you. You guys can play with it.
A lot of other protein powders are just that. They're just protein. But this is loaded with vitamin B, which we know is really important for our metabolism and our brain. It also has magnesium, chromium, zinc in there, biotin, which is good for your hair and skin. And so there's a lot of vitamin B in this, guys. So it's not just protein. If you're looking for protein shake, I don't care where you buy it. But just for the price, this is really a great deal, even if you wanted to order just the protein.
And one other small fun fact, women versus men. Women actually use more vitamin B on a regular daily basis than men will. So it's actually more important for us to get that extra vitamin B in there for that reason. Our bodies utilize it.
And you know, if you drink even 1 alcohol drink, it just knocks out your vitamin B for like 24 hours. So if you've had any cocktails in the past week or 2, you might need to up your supply of vitamin B.
Yep, just a little. All right, another item in the kit. This is the 7-day cleansing little box here. It's the lime green white box.
I feel like Vanna White.
So this comes in this nice box. It has, I'll open this one up just so you can see, a can in it, which is your fiber powder. And then it also comes Thank you, Vanna. With 2 different packages in here. So you have the blister pack, and then you also have this clear square pack that has capsules in it. They are 2 different things. Some people were mixing them up. So just be aware you have the can, you have a blister pack that you punch the capsules out the back, and then you have a prepackaged square that has 4 capsules in it. Once again, those tracking sheets really show you which ones to take. It's also on the box. All right, so you're not confused as to when to take them. Yep, you could always message somebody till you get the hang of it. I would highly recommend, if you're doing this cleanse, to set these out on your counter or put an alarm on your phone so it's the first thing in the morning that you do. Because I know how we get busy and all of a sudden you forget. Put them somewhere that you're going to see as soon as you get up. That's super helpful. I know when I did it, that was one thing I made sure I did. So
yeah, and sometimes even at nighttime, when you brush your teeth, that's a good time to set your vitamins because or something if you're taking at night, you're going to brush teeth before you go to bed. And you're going to brush teeth in the morning too. So one other thing I like about the cleanse fiber powder is there is prebiotics and probiotics in this to help with digestion. And not only are you eliminating, but you're adding to the good flora in your gut and your colon too at the same time.
Stick that right there. So that is the 7-day cleanse. And then another item that comes in your kit, these are a box of 30 packets, of 30 servings. And these are the daily essential packets, so it comes in little packets like this. There's 30 of them in the box. And you have 4 different elements in there. You have a serving of what we call OPC, so that's an anti-inflammatory, really great for your whole entire body. There's also a multivitamin in there. There's the activated B complex, the red one, which just means it's ready to be utilized by our body. And then the last one is our calcium, which we all know women need more calcium with having babies and them taking away the calcium if you did any kind of breastfeeding. It gets sucked out of us one way or another. So
I never had a cavity till I had kids.
Exactly. So these are really good to have no matter what. I actually just went on last night and ordered another box because I want to make sure I had some backup. These, you will feel a difference. You may not feel it when you first start taking them, but I always tell people, take them for a few days and then just stop. And you will all of a sudden, it'll click like, oh, I am starting to feel a little, you'll see the difference.
Can you explain what isotonic means and why they're isotonic, what makes them isotonic, and what the benefits are to having isotonic? Now, I take the isotonics because I get migraines and I need results like right now.
And that's the nice thing about isotonic. ISO means same, and tonic is your pressure. So when you mix these packets with the correct amount of water, which it does tell you on there, it should be 8 ounces. And we recommend having water at room temp. I know some people like it super cold, but not when you're taking these. And when you drink something that's super cold, your body says, wait a minute, I need to warm this up a little bit. It's too cold to process through. So it slows down the process. So you don't want to do that by drinking cold water. So room temp water is fine. 8 ounces, dump a packet in, stir it up. And when you drink these on an empty stomach, that is also key. Empty stomach. Your body won't recognize this as food or substance where it says, hold on, we need to break this stuff down, process it all. It won't recognize it as that. It actually recognizes it as your other same body fluids. So it looks at it just like it's saliva or blood. So it doesn't say stop. It can process it through the stomach, get it into your small intestines, where you have the possibility of a 95% absorption immediately into your intestines. So we always recommend don't take this with food. Just water, room temp, empty stomach. Make sure it's 8 ounces. Okay, we have special cups too that have it right on the cup.
Or just grab a bottle of water. I like to rubber band it to the water bottle for my kids and my husband.
Your little marker.
Because then they grab it and they go, I put it right on the counter next to the door to go out. And I like the fact that I'm not flushing my money down the toilet. Because a lot of the pills that you take just don't absorb, especially if you have bad absorption already, or you have constipation, or you have diarrhea, or anything like that. Your body just can't absorb it. It's either eliminating it too quick or not quick enough, and sometimes your body just can't absorb. So it's a great way to detox your body and get maximum absorption with that.
My mom swears by these. She's 75. And she will tell you, she's, pretty good about these. Almost every single day she's taking them. But if she misses a day for some reason, she feels it immediately. She does have arthritis. She's 75. She's got those aches and pains. And she has said these have been a lifesaver, especially the purple one, the OPC.
Yeah, you know what? My mom stopped having urinary tract infections. She has a really small urethra. She won't mind me telling you girls this, but she has a really small urethra, and so she's had urinary tract infections like my whole life. Like, she missed all kinds of school trips with me because she was always so sick with this. She started taking this, and by coincidence, she stopped having the urinary tract infections. And I talked to Dr. Deidre at one of the trainings, and I asked her about it, and she said, well, yeah, because it doesn't allow the bacteria to stick to the urethra. So there's a lot of good benefits. And guys, I'm prepping food right now, so I'm going to run and get my banana bread with my flaxseed nut out of the oven and let Katie continue, and I'll be right back.
This is what's nice about having partners here to work with.
Yes.
So if you've never tried this, ask Kim. She can either order you a box. She also has some samples here. This box is already open here, so if you just want to try a packet first, that's an option as well. But definitely highly, highly recommend. And then the last part that comes in the kit is called Core, and this is just a fat and carb inhibitor. So these you would take prior to eating your meals, about 30 minutes beforehand. And basically what it does is, if you do have meals that are high in fat or carbohydrates, it kind of blocks your body from absorbing them. Obviously it's not going to block all of them, but it does a really nice job of flushing them out. So if you know you're going to eat a meal that is kind of higher in the carbs or the fat that you really want to enjoy, you can sneak these in ahead of time. Super easy. You can have them on hand. I've used them prior, before when they first came out, and they really do make a big difference. They also do help you make you feel fuller a lot sooner. We have a tendency to eat fast, which doesn't give our brain and stomach to connect like they should be quick enough. So we tend to overeat even though we really are full. So these help that, especially if you are a fast eater, definitely going to be a good help.
Come on, jump back in it.
So these are called Core, and they're a fat and carb inhibitor. You want to add anything? Or are you good?
Not with that. No, I think that's pretty much the kit in a nutshell. And we're both certified and trained to help you with this kit in nutrition. I've taken it 3 times, as a matter of fact. I like one of our presenters so much that I pay to see her every time she comes in town. So I'm a big coffee drinker, and there are a couple other products that you can supplement your healthy diet with, not replace what you're supposed to be eating with. I like coffee, and this is a Trim Cafe coffee, and it's a instant powdered coffee. Oop. My help if I can, gotta have at least one blooper in each video. They're really strong, and I get 2 cups of coffee out of each one. So do you want to tell them about why it is helpful?
Yeah, these are thermogenic. So it's really helpful. Like Kim said, if you like your coffee, definitely try these. It says use the whole packet. I wouldn't recommend
It's strong, unless you like espresso.
Yeah, if you like super, super strong coffee, go for it. But if you're trying them out for the first time, we would recommend use half of a packet.
But then you get double the amount.
Close it up, seal it up, save it for the next day.
And if you'd like me to send you a sample, I'm happy to do so, because I have a box open and I will share mine with you.
Yep.
And you can let me know how you like it. There's also the tea, which I don't have open.
There's a Trim Cafe, which is for coffee lovers. There's also a blue box that's called Trim Tea. I really do like that too, and I'm not a tea drinker.
And that's
so
a black
it's
tea.
Crazy. Yes, it's a black tea.
Mm-hmm.
They both have the African mango seed extract in them, and that's what helps to make them thermogenic. They do recommend drinking these before you eat to help that process. Mm-hmm. But it's just nice to have something different. Mix up your routine a little bit. Mix
not
up what
too late
you
at
eat.
night, not too late in the day, or you won't sleep.
Yeah, it does have a little bit in here. What's gonna say in there?
Will be true.
Yes. So it does help for raising up your metabolic rate and burning those calories. And it does taste really good.
Stored calories too.
So if you want to sample that, let Kim know. She has an open box. She'll send you a packet. You'll get 2 samples out of 1, unless you want to go big.
Right. Just don't drink it too late in the afternoon. Yeah. You'll be cussing me out. Okay, so should we pause right there and then we'll get on to our measurements?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. We're back.
All right, we are going to just go over really quickly how to do measurements. I know I've done a lot of different exercise classes, weight loss programs, you name it. And a lot of times what happens is you'll see an initial weight loss on the scale at the beginning of it, because that's the beginning and that's when you're going to lose the most weight, which is great. However, as you progress through, you aren't going to see as much change on the scale. And sometimes that can be very depressing or unmotivating, where you just say, to heck with it, I give up. So what we have gone and done here is a little bit of, first of all, grabbing your journal. All right, if you have a journal or something that you're writing down your goals in, anything that you've been journaling for your food. I try to keep everything that I do in one little notebook. This is just a composition notebook laying around the house. So I did this at home the other day, but I wanted to do one live with Kim so you guys can see exactly what we do. It's super easy. It is helpful if you have somebody else do it for you. It helps with the accuracy of your measurements. So all you'll need is a journal of some sort, obviously a pen to write things down. And then I have this, I don't know if you guys can see it. This was actually a free one from Citizens Bank, but it's just one of those loose, flimsy, all right, bendable tape measures so that they can get accurate measures. All right, one that the guys would use to build a house, you don't want to use those. But something that's going to be flimsy like this.
Like a seamstress tape would even work.
If you have a sewing kit, these might be in there. I know Dollar Store has them. Walmart will have them. So if you don't have one, they're very inexpensive to get. But we just want to show you some different things to measure. And some of them you might be kind of caught off guard with. But I will tell you from experience, you definitely want to do this ahead of time. Because when you don't have that movement on the scale, the next backup plan is to go look at measurements, because you will see a big difference. So here's my sheet. And it's going to be backwards for you guys. But it's this simple to write measurements at the top. And we're going to go through each one of these items over here. I put in 3 different dates. You could do beginning, maybe middle way through, and then again at the end. Or you can just do beginning and end. Monthly is fine too. And we have all these elements. So you'll put the date. Today's the 4th. You can do the weight. That's still one of the measurements in there. But we also go through from the neck down a lot of different things. So the first one up here is your neck. This one I know the first time I heard it, I'm like, what? You're going to measure your neck? It was so surprising how many inches you will lose on your neck. So what we do is, whoever's helping you do this, all right, go around. All right, make sure that you're looking straight forward. Make sure your tape is not crooked or twisted. And you don't want it too tight, but just comfortably fitting. So right now, Kim would be 11 3/4. Be specific as possible, all right? So she would write down, which I'll write down for her on her sheet, and then she can keep this. So she was 11 inches and 3/4. All right, so that's the first one. I always work head down. So neck, the next one is bust. I also recommend us females, write down what bra you're wearing, because it makes a difference.
I have a sports bra and it's kind of compressing them babies.
That's all right, as long as you use the same one each time, because you need to be consistent with that. So we'll write that down for Kim, which one she has. I had a white one on the other day, so I made sure I wrote it down in my notes so that the next time I measure, I put that same bra back on, because it makes a big difference. The other thing you want to make sure with this one is that on the back side, you want to make sure that your tape measure is going right across. You don't want it down where it's dipping and then coming back up to the front. You want it straight across. So I'm going to reach in front. You can adjust it in front. Make sure it's put this back here in the front there. All right, you good? Mm-hmm. All right, so she is at 33 1/2. We'll jot that down. What color was it, Kim?
Black sports bra.
Okay, so I'm writing that down. Black sports bra, so she knows for next time.
Black sports car.
Yep. All right, the next one is your biceps. Your biceps will change, believe it or not. All right, for this one, when you measure your biceps, all we want you to do is to stand nice and tall, relax your arms down at your sides and be looking straight ahead. So on here, we have the left one first. And then put your arms straight against your body. And all I'm going to do is eye up the biggest part of her arm right now. Okay? So that it will be consistent the next time we do this. And just nice and comfortable. So we're going to go with 11 3/4. 11 3/4. Look at that. Her neck and bicep are the same size.
Yeah. Woo!
11 inches 3/4. We're going to switch to the other side. Same thing. Okay, make sure you eye it up. Now don't be surprised if these are different. Okay, if you're right-handed, typically, it's up here, your right one will be bigger. I can't hang on to this, sorry guys. Okay. Then your left one and vice versa, and it's exactly that. She has a 12 on her right. So 1/4 of an inch difference. Look at the muscles. So right was an even 12.
It's all that hair cutting.
All right, the next one, your belly button. I'm going to have Kim just step up in front. This is really easy too. Kim's just going to place this right in front of her belly button, wherever that is. And then I'm going to make sure it's going straight across and not going up or down. Okay. And she is exactly at 29. Has that got enough light in it?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
running a little low on power.
I like using the belly button because once again, that's a consistent place you can always go to and measure. The next one is your hips. Now, if you're like me, you have to put your hips here, all right? And if you have the belly in front, go underneath the belly so it's strictly just measuring your hips. The other thing I forgot to mention, you can see Kim, wear some fitted clothes. Don't wear baggy stuff like I have because it's going to throw off your measurement. I actually did mine in my bra and underwear. Had my husband help me. But it gave me the most accurate measurements. So whatever you're comfortable wearing, go with that. Write it down so you know what you wore. Okay, same thing. Kim's going to put this on her hips so we know where that's at. Here. Okay, hips is 32.5.
And you can replay this video, grab a friend, or your husband as Katie did, and have them measure it as we go along with it. Go ahead and measure yourself too.
Yep. And then we have the last two. These are your thighs. This is really important, and I'm going to angle this down just a little bit so you can see. So when you do this, you need your feet together, and to get the most accurate part is I'm going to measure where her fingertips, all right, end up on her thigh. Because once again, we can do this over and over, and we're measuring the same part of the thigh. If we don't have a marker spot, you could be measuring down here, up here. It's going to throw it off. Okay, so we'll do left thigh first. Don't mind me, Kim. All right, right at the bottom.
You want to hear a funny story?
Go for it.
When I owned my gym in Jamestown, I had a little dressing area that ladies would go and change in their clothes into like their bra and underwear so I could do measurements. So I had a client ask me what I'd like her to wear, and I said, that's okay, whatever you'd like is fine with me. Well, when I went in, she was naked. And I said, oh no, you can wear your bra and underwear. And she said, oh no, I'm most comfortable like this.
That's
Oh, that is a true story.
Wherever your comfortable level is.
That's
So
right.
just like your biceps, even Kim's thighs, there's a 3/4 inch difference between the left and the right. The right side is a little bit stronger or bigger, however you want to look at it.
Well, so
But that's also
because
your-
I had cancer in this leg, I have extra fluid, and a lot of times when you see me exercise, I have extra right here. So this leg is now still bigger from the scar tissue and all that. So that makes sense.
So that is all of our measurements. So as you can see, we just wrote them all down. And then as you progress through, if you guys can see that, you can go to the next column, do the exact same thing, wear the same clothes, and especially if you're weighing yourself, which I would also recommend, only do like once every 2 weeks, honestly.
At the most.
Yes. Don't get on it every day for sure. And even once a week is a little too much because you can,
I recommend
fluctuate.
monthly. I recommend monthly. The same day, whether it's the 1st or the 15th of the month. Okay, so this is December. These are the ladies that did complete all of December's classes. And you get your name in there twice if you completed October, November, and December. Then you got an extra chance here. And so I am going to make sure that they're all in there, not stuck together because they're little sticky notes. I'm going to shake this up and reach it in. And we have Gina. Gina, you have won yourself a protein shaker bottle. So you can either stop by the shop or I can get it to you some other way. Go ahead and PM me. And congratulations. Thank you for joining us for our video today. Let me know if you would like to try one of our products. I'm happy to sample it to you. And I'm going to be putting another order in approximately a week. And if you did order kits, please come get your kits. Bye-bye. Have a great day.